Hey, and welcome back to Newbreed Film Reviews. And today's episode, we're going to be talking about Jurassic Park in general. The new movie coming out, Jurassic World, is right around the corner. It's about 2-3 weeks out. So we wanted to touch on that movie as well as the other 3 movies within the franchise and our favorite parts of them. And I think it's on the top of all our favorite movie lists. I'm pretty sure about that. So I got Dave with me on the podcast.
What's up?
And I got Paulie with me too.
What it is, yo.
And like I said, we're just kind of talk about the new movie, talk about what we think about some of the older movies. I'm currently actually reading the book on Audible right now, so I'll probably bring an aspect of that in. I wanted to kind of get the origin going before
I guess
Jurassic
you're
World.
Listening to the book then.
Yes. No,
Yeah.
I don't read anything. Anybody that knows this, when we did the book episode, I don't read shit. I listen to all the books.
I've listened to most of the books, but I love reading books.
Dude, I'm the opposite. Like if I listen to like it's called the Audible book, right?
Yeah.
If I listen to an Audible book, I fall asleep.
Dude, I drive an hour to work one way, so I drive 2 hours to work. So when an Audible book comes in, it's usually about between 10 to 15 hours. I can almost kill a book in like a week and a half just driving back and forth to work.
That's cool.
So
I only have a 15-minute drive.
yeah, about to only have a 4-minute drive, so that'd be good.
Yeah, it's gonna take you like 10 years to finish a novel.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so who wants to? You want to start at the beginning, or do you guys want to kind of comment about the new movie first?
I think we should go back to the beginning. To be
Okay.
honest with you,
All right, who's gonna kick that off?
I can. So basically, Jurassic Park, the first movie, is top 5 of all time for me of any movie. It's just so damn good. I mean, from the special effects, came out in 93, I think it was.
93,
and-
yep.
92,
And-
93.
They created a lot of effects specifically for that movie, and their blend of practical with having the, giant animatronic T-Rex, like life-size animatronic T-Rex, mixed with the CG that they did, which was at the time unheard of to make something look so realistic in CG.
Mm-hmm.
And it just, I was 7 years old when that movie came out, and it just blew my mind then, and it still holds up to this day.
Dude,
I
I
watched
was-
it this morning.
I was 30 and I was blown away.
Yep.
Dave's
really old.
really old. I think that's cool. I saw somebody on Facebook post it the other day, and they showed the raptor suits, and that the raptor suits were designed to fit a full man in the suit, and they only did a little bit of CGI. I think the one scene, where like the raptor's jumping up to bite the girl in the ceiling when she's falling through.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
I think that's spoilers on a 1993 movie. You guys shouldn't be listening to this episode if you haven't watched Jurassic Park. And but they did CGI there, but the rest of it's all, animatronics and all real effects. And that's why I think, like you just said, Paul, it stands the test of time. It's 93 and that movie still looks awesome today.
Yeah.
There was a part though. Oh, sorry, Dave. Go ahead.
No. It wasn't nothing big. I was going to say, like, I watch it and legit, not because it's one of my favorite movies. I don't watch it and I think, like, oh, this looks terrible. Like, it still looks freaking amazing. Like
You're not watching
better
it
than,
thinking that it's special effects. You're watching it thinking there's freaking dinosaurs
Yeah.
on the screen.
like, even by today's standards, it, like, holds up,
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
amazing.
think
What I was going to say. Oh,
go
sorry,
ahead.
sorry. Okay.
Go ahead.
What I was going to say was on a little behind the scenes tidbit I saw, speaking of the animatronic T-Rex, when they were filming, they didn't take into account the weight of the water, and it was foam latex was the skin of the T-Rex.
Mm-hmm.
So all that extra weight, because, it was in the scene, it was raining,
Mhm.
and all that extra weight, they had to, like the thing started shaking on them and stuff, because the foam latex, like, absorbed it.
Mhm.
So they had to, if I remember correctly, stop the rain machine from going, and then add all the rain effect in CGI,
Mm.
because it was causing the T-Rex to, like, shake violently as it was trying to move.
That's cool.
I was gonna crack a joke, but it was too far. Like, I stopped myself.
I know where you were going to go with that, because I would think the same thing.
I think, and that's a lot of movies lose that now. They try to go all CGI and they try to make all the monsters CGI and animals, and you lose it. There's no sense of realism, and I think that's what Jurassic Park captured, is like a realistic. You're in there with dinosaurs. You know, that T-Rex looks real and like it's going to eat the car that you're in. You know, and the raptor, when it comes in the kitchen, like after you, or it comes around the corner to come grab you, like it feels more real than just like a computer animated, you know?
It's got to take away from the performances too of the actors. Cause like if you're sitting there and you have like these like markers or like these cue sticks and things like that, like, you're not going to get, unless you're like a phenomenal actor, but like, I think I'll get a better performance if I see like a live scale dinosaur. Cause
all right, I need you to be afraid of this tennis ball right here. Look at this tennis ball and be afraid.
Yep, that's what I mean, dude. Like, if you're looking at a giant full-size T-Rex, you'll put yourself in that mind state and be like, damn, you know, like, I'm fucking scared.
Yeah.
I'd be really scared, like it's going to eat me.
That thing's going to fucking eat me.
Agreed.
Yeah, dude, can I touch on JP?
Go.
Yeah.
You like that little abbreviation, JP in the house?
That's how it's written on my notes. I got JP, JP2, JP3, and then Jurassic World. That's how it's broken down.
There's also an awesome JP in a movie I recently saw, Grandma's Boy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Jurassic
segue.
Park is freaking awesome. Dude talks on a robot voice. He's like my favorite.
I can't believe you just are watching
Oh
this
my god,
now,
dude.
man.
So freaking funny. I love that
That's
movie.
my favorite comedy of all time.
Oh my god. Right, you saw it, right?
Yeah. I have it.
My
I have it on
god.
DVD.
Yeah.
Turd nuggets.
I think we've all seen it.
Yeah. It's one of the good.
If you haven't watched it, go out and watch it.
It's a Happy Gilmore production. So it's under Adam Sandler's blanket, you know?
Yeah, hilarious. But yeah, the first Jurassic Park, man, definitely like one of my favorite movies of all time. I would say like top 10 of like every movie I've ever seen in my life. Like it's in the top 10, probably even in the top 5. Yeah, man, it's probably in the top 5 to be honest.
I would agree with you there. I think it's my top 5.
Yeah, dude, I don't get tired of it. I watch it over and over. I can quote freaking lines from it. It's just like a completely timeless, you know, amazing movie. And it's one of those movies, we always talk about this on a podcast. We gauge someone's taste in movies by like if they like Jurassic Park or not. Same thing with Matrix, same thing with Training Day.
Right.
If you say Jurassic Park sucks, I can't talk to you anymore. Like I can never interact with you anymore. You are my mortal enemy.
I don't trust your judgment at all. Ever trust your judgment?
None whatsoever.
No. Yeah, man, I don't, what else is there to say about it? It's just amazing. Magic.
It's cool. I mean, the guy who wrote the book, it's such a cool, like original idea. And I think that's, you know, in Hollywood, you don't get it that much. You know, you don't get these like cool concepts of just like guy making a theme park out of dinosaurs.
Dude, can I piggyback off of that?
Yeah.
So what they did, Michael Crichton, the writer of the book, before the book was even published, right? He was getting offers from all these different studios. Universal bought the rights to Jurassic Park before it was even published for $1.5 million.
Wow.
And then after it was published and the movie was going to be made, they hired him for another $500,000 to write the script, to adapt the screenplay. The dude made $2 million just in writing, and then he was getting kickback from the the residuals on the movie, all the box office earnings and such, which was $1.29 billion total.
Wow.
The box
just think about it, like from a director standpoint, or like a studio standpoint, just think of the concept. Like there isn't much of a pitch. Like if you needed to walk in and you needed to pitch this idea, it would only take like 5 minutes for somebody to buy right into it. You know,
dinosaur theme park.
Yes,
that's
goes wrong.
Game over,
dude. That's like along the lines of what's another amazing piece of work? Freddy versus Jason. If I was a studio producer, someone came up to me and like, yeah, Freddy is gonna fight Jason in the dream world, and then all this, I'd be like, $2 million.
It's an easy pitch. Yeah, it's in Jurassic Park. The concept, just in general, is an easy pitch. Yeah, you know.
I'm just joking about Freddy versus Jason.
No, but the concept, I guarantee you, people jumped all over that when it came through.
Well, that was a moneymaker because you
Right.
got like the fans,
Of
but
course.
Yeah.
Everybody's been wanting to see that fight, for 30 years.
Matrix is on that level though. Like amazing
The concept.
concept wise.
Yep.
Like blow you away status. Dude, if I recall, Jurassic Park was so innovative and amazing, like the novel and the story behind it, that you had a writer actually having scientists and people in the real world actually debating if we can do this. Like, do you guys remember that? Like, this was in the news. People were talking
They're
about it, like,
still debating it. They still are talking about getting like strands of DNA and injecting it into, like ostrich eggs because they're the only ones that could actually sustain that size of an animal. But, they want to use bird eggs and DNA and all that other stuff and do this. The only problem is that, they're just not made to live in this time. The climate's not right. The food's not right.
To be honest, dude, as far as like not to get into like a cloning debate or get into the whole secrets of the government, like I firmly believe this. When we hear that they're going to try to attempt something or it's in the beginning stages, they probably already did it. Like there's probably some bunker somewhere and they already experimented. There's been a human cloned already. There's been artificial intelligence.
I heard that somewhere in Costa Rica, they have an island with dinosaurs on them.
Called Isla Nublar.
Yeah.
Isla Sorna.
Interesting.
But like to piggyback off what you said, Dave, I mean, the book, it goes into such detail on how they genetically genetically modify. That's the word.
He said genetically. That's awesome.
Genetically.
That's DNA and genetics together.
Yeah.
Dude, coin that, right?
Yeah, I should. Genetically. They need genetically altered, how it all worked and like they do like the fancy little video in the movie describing how it happened.
This
they go
is
in a lot of
DNA.
Exactly. They go into a lot of detail in the book, which is cool, and it does it hits on that concept of like this could be possible. Like it could possibly be done.
Now let me ask you guys something. We're gonna go into the same realm of the movie because the same concepts were in the movie. I'm gonna ask you guys, if we're fully capable of cloning dinosaurs, are you down with that? Like with selfish reasons just to see them, or you think you should leave them extinct?
I think we should leave them extinct. There's a mystery to it with the fossils and stuff like that. Like there's a dinosaur, was the Brontosaurus, that they revoked from being a dinosaur. Apparently, like 100 years ago, it was discovered that this was the skeleton that they found was actually a mixture of different skeletons, and they didn't know that at the time, so they just said, "Hey, this is a new species," and then they figured it out. I guess like back in the 20s or 30s, I don't remember the exact timeline, that it wasn't a new species. It was a mixture, but they still taught us in school that it was, wrong. But my point is that the mystery is fun. Everybody likes the mystery of like, what did it actually look like? All this other stuff. We start cloning them ethically. I just think it's wrong, but it's, it's going to take that mystery away. And then after a while, the nostalgia or the,
you're playing with fire. I mean, it's full on just playing with fire. You're bringing back these crazy creatures that don't have any predators against them, and they are going to be the dominant predator, and they're going to wipe us out.
Well, here's the thing. I think Jurassic Park is kind of like it's unrealistic in a way where, like I don't think we can clone dinosaurs and like they'll just like mess up the whole ecosystem and just because like let's just be honest, a T-Rex is not going to survive an RPG. like we have guns and weapons, we will cut them down. You know what I mean? But like. There's like many reasons why we probably shouldn't do it. It's like how
have you seen Godzilla, Dave?
I have. Yeah.
Well, I love that movie. I thought that was so much.
Guess what? They tried guns and they tried missiles.
Well, Godzilla's Godzilla, the king of monsters.
Yeah. Did you see Godzilla, Brian? Because he was pretty big and
fun.
Yeah. Let's not spoil that movie, but that was a great movie.
But real quick, like
no, I'm with you, Dave. We could cut him down if we really wanted.
Yeah. But like for selfish reasons, come on, there's not a person on the planet that wouldn't want to take it to that park.
I would be interested.
Like you would want to see a T-Rex or a raptor.
Yes.
Not a raptor. Raptors scared the shit out of me, if I'm being honest. And I mean, I know it's like they're the main focal point of all of the movies. It should be really like Jurassic Park featuring the raptors. Like that's what it should be in every one of them. But they're scary. They're fast. They communicate with each other, and this is all fact. This isn't just movie lore. They're pack hunters. Like they're
Paul,
good at what they do.
6-foot turkey.
It doesn't look so scary to me.
Yep.
They'll rip your insides out and spill them all over.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But he scared the crap out of that kid.
Yeah, he did with that claw.
Yep.
But you know, like going back to what you said, Paul, like and I'm gonna quote Jeff Goldblum, like they had their time, you know what I mean? So like you had these animals on the planet that were here for like millions of years, and they were, like Jeff Goldblum says in the movie, the character, like they were selected to go extinct, and that's like playing God, like bringing them back. And it's kind of, I mean, if you're religious, it's kind of like disrespectful in a way to be so arrogant to think you can like just create life, and you know what I mean, like in a lab, and there's a lot that can go wrong. But the selfish part of me, I would love, you know, for them to make, you know, a park that could contain dinosaurs and clone them, and yeah, I'd be down, but I'm like half and half with it.
Yeah,
like you said, Dave, if this was possible, like in the new movie Jurassic World is open, I'd probably still want a ticket if I could afford one.
Yeah.
I mean,
although I wouldn't want to see the hybrid. Like they say, well, we'll talk about that later.
Mm-hmm.
But
all right, JP. So, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
No, so I was going to say, Jurassic Park, we can all say is in our top 5 movies.
A+.
For sure.
Yes. Yep.
A+.
It's definitely
A+.
Now on
top
to
rating.
JP2.
Now on yes, we'll go on the Lost World.
What do you guys think? JP2.
Not good.
Better than 3, though.
Yes.
Everything is better than 3. That's why I'm pretty happy about this new one coming out, because there's no way it could be worse than 3. So, yeah. But we'll get there.
Yeah. I think it's cool, too, like, I appreciate the Lost World kind of tried to pull things back into, like, the book. So, like, what's cool is the Lost World has elements to the first book that they didn't use in the first Jurassic Park. Like, the very beginning of the book opens with the little girl getting bit by the dinosaur, and that's how the Lost World movie opens. And also the pterodactyl, like, what do they call it? Atrium?
The bird cage type thing?
Yeah, it was in the movie as well.
Which was actually pretty cool.
That's the coolest part of the whole movie, I think, personally.
The Lost World, dude, like, I was, like, really excited about it. And I remember, like, watching it, and it was very underwhelming. Like, it was just kind of, because, like, the first one set the standard so high, and it's kind of unfair to have a sequel because nothing will ever be Jurassic Park 1, you know?
You could blame Spielberg and the studios for that, and the fans. Yeah. Michael Crichton was, like, actually pressured to write a sequel because everybody wanted it done. Yeah.
It didn't have the magic, the wonder wasn't there. And it was, if I can personally grade Jurassic Park 2, like overall as a movie, I give it like a C+. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't anything amazing. It was something to kill the time with.
It was entertaining. It was definitely entertaining.
Yep, for sure.
But, it was kind of cool. I mean, it had like a lot of plot holes, like weird plot holes with like, all right, there's a whole nother island, you know, like there's 2 islands now that have dinosaurs, and they went to the other island. And
right, this is the one where they were like actually genetically modified and all that other stuff, and then they were transported to the other island.
See, I didn't have an issue with that aspect of the story, because I was like, all right, like, I mean, if they did it in one island, you know, who's to say they don't do experiments on another one? That was okay with me. But the whole vibe of, like, dinosaurs, like, invading, like, modern society, in my mind, I know that's not possible.
Running through San Francisco.
It's just not possible, dude. It'll get cut down with, like, machine gun fire, like.
That's ultimately what ruined the movie for me, because I could tolerate most of the other stuff, but that really killed it. Mm-hmm. But I did want to, now the girl in the beginning of the movie with Ian Malcolm, Jeff Goldblum's character, that's his daughter, right?
I honestly don't remember.
They say it's his daughter. I think her name's like Kelly. My question has always been, like, if that's his daughter, Oh, maybe.
I honestly don't
She's
remember.
like some 12-year-old girl. But anyways, so in the first movie, Malcolm talks about, he's got like a bunch of kids and he's been married a bunch of times. So it seems like in the second movie though, like his only child, the way it like comes across is that girl that he's got with him. And it's just
Yeah. I mean, they try to,
weird to me.
so like every single movie, just like you see this new Jurassic World that's going to come out, they center it and they bring in kids, to make it so that it
Right.
is, kid-centered,
Yeah.
So I think they just try to keep that going.
Mhm.
But, I mean, like, obviously you have to, that's one of those ones that you need a sequel to. I mean, all of us are super excited about the fact that the park is open and we're going to go back and we're going to go back to Jurassic Park and we're going to see it,
You talking about the new
So
one?
I don't blame them. Yeah.
I'm like middle of the fence with it. Like, but we'll get to Lost World, right?
Yeah.
All right.
You are Lost World.
Jurassic World. Lost World we're on Lost
Oh, I'm
World
sorry.
right
We're
now.
on Lost World. Jurassic World. There's a lot of worlds. It's
Yeah.
confusing. All right. So you
So
think?
what do you guys think? Like, Dave,
What's up?
you said it's like a C, Pauly. Where does it stand on you?
Oh, JP2, like a C plus.
Probably
Yeah.
a C. I'd say like a middle C. The T-Rex running through the city just killed it, and the parents, with the baby T-Rex is kind of cheesy too. I just didn't do it for me.
All right.
Right.
What do you guys think about? What was the third one even called? Jurassic Park 3.
Just Jurassic Park 3, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Like.
Yep.
What are you guys' thoughts on that? Probably this is probably gonna
I
be
give
short.
it a D.
The
only good thing about that movie was Sam Neill.
Yes, that threw me in. That's what got my ticket. Sam Neill was back.
Yes.
I gave the movie a C minus. Like it was again one of those brainless, just blah movies. I just saw it to see it, and I got sucked in because of Sam Neill. Dr. Grant was back, and it just he's great. He's a phenomenal actor. I love that dude.
Sure.
But the movie was just, man. And as a fanboy of like Jurassic Park, it was just a cheap shot to have a new dinosaur just like kill the T-Rex and just like, we get it. It's a new
T-Rex got punked out, man.
Well, okay.
T-Rex got punked out.
Nerding out right now. It was a juvenile T-Rex. Like if you do research on it, it was a juvenile T-Rex. It wasn't full size. But it was just cheap of them to, like, we get it. There's a new bad dinosaur on the block. You don't have to snap the beloved T-Rex's neck in the movie. Like,
seriously.
I took that hard. I was like, what the is this bullshit? Like, you fucking kill a T-Rex? T-Rex is the baddest.
Yeah.
No,
and it was like a weird, like, duck-looking creature, like.
Yeah, it was like a crocodile.
Yeah. Full CGI, too.
Spinosaurus. No, I think they did animatronics for it. Like,
did they?
Yeah, I think they did, if I remember.
I just want to throw something out. We talked about the birdcage in the second one, and it wasn't in the second one. It was actually in the third one.
Oh, okay. Well, that was my favorite part of the third movie then.
Yeah. Vince Vaughn was in this movie.
Yep.
He was a photographer.
Yeah, he fits well in that world. Like, something about Vince Vaughn.
I think this was like right after Swingers. He was still really young and just like doing like, other than the success of Swingers, he was just doing smaller roles, but he was pretty good in it. I don't like, was it Téa Leoni? However you say her name. I just don't like her as an actress. I haven't liked her in anything she's done. I loved the movie Deep Impact, but I thought her character was so just blah in that movie, and I think it was the same thing in this one. I think she's
fun with Dick and Jane.
Yeah, I just don't see any emotion there. Her acting just falls flat to me.
She was sexy as hell back in the day, dude.
Yeah,
she was a good looking woman. I had to look her up to like put a face to the name. Yes, that was a hot lady, dude. I did not mind seeing her on screen at all, no, even if she was wooden.
Yeah. What was the name of that lady from like the first movies? She's kind of like manly.
Ellie Sadler?
Yeah.
Ellie Sadler? Yeah.
They brought her, she's like the sexier one,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Taylor, she's still a good-looking woman. I'm looking at her right now.
She's on that show, The Secretary or something like that, Madam Secretary.
I'm trying to see what else she's been in. She's been around, like in another. She was in Bad Boys. That's probably where I recognize her from.
The first Bad Boys. She was in. Have you ever seen Fun with Dick and Jane? That's like where Jim Carrey like loses his job and
it's like the Enron situation.
Yeah, they start like robbing banks and stuff like that.
Mm.
Him and his wife, and that's a pretty decent movie.
Yeah. See, I recognize her the most from Bad Boys, and now that I saw that, I'm like, yep, because Martin Lawrence had the hots for her, right?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, guys.
All right, so Jurassic Park 3, that's the worst one for me. That's at the bottom.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, I think that's everybody.
And
they tried to capitalize and try to suck the franchise.
Different writers, different directors. The only thing that was still attached
Spielberg left.
Spielberg was executive producer. That was it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that he didn't want to put his money on the line, basically.
Exactly. He didn't want to be a part of it.
And this bleeds into Jurassic World, for me anyway, and I've said this already a few times, it's a very similar script. Except they changed it up a little bit by making the Indominus Rex genetically modified, but it's similar storyline, the new badass dinosaur. That's what's pulling people in, just to see the Indominus Rex. They did it in
And they say that in the trailer, too. They say, like, every time we get a new attraction, our attendance numbers jump up. And he said, but you shouldn't, like, they're dinosaurs. Isn't that an attraction enough?
Mm-hmm.
But, so they modify it to get this popularity.
Me personally, what really captures my attention is to kind of see the whole park up and running and working the way it would, which I think that's really cool. Like, you go to first Jurassic Park. The only one I'm strictly talking about is, you imagine what they're going to do and how they're going to do it. But now to kind of see like the SeaWorld setup, like with the thing coming out and then like the spinny like glass balls when they're going through the field with the dinosaurs. Cool. Like that's cool. It's a cool concept to see that up and running, but I'm right with you, Dave. It's like a regurgitation of Jurassic Park 3, the new dinosaur on the block.
But I take issue with the SeaWorld type thing. One of the things that was attractive about in the first movie, the park was so simple. It was gates, jeeps, and a visitor center. This is very SeaWorld, and I get like where they're going.
Well, it's 20 years later.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Also,
it makes it more realistic type thing, but
the book it touches on that. Within the first book, they only had the ability to kind of set up that just Jeep trail, but they did have like a river ride, and they had like an atrium that like you would go through with the pterodactyls. And
I'm gonna have to read/listen to that again.
You could stay in the hotel where the pterodactyls were. That's the way that they had it set up. And then there was like a river ride where you can go down the river. So the only thing they had set up at that point in the first movie was the Jeep ride. That's it. So
the book was fantastic. I haven't read it in years. I have it right there.
I read it as a kid, but it's been so long. I don't remember these details.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I forgot what I was going to say on Jurassic World. Oh, one thing that's kind of sucking me in that looks interesting was two things. Again, going back to the fanboy in me.
One thing that was sucking me in was two things.
This is kind of it's kind of a spoiler. It's becoming common knowledge right now. So for the people listening, take off your headphones for 5 seconds or 10 seconds. I'm going to just say something real quick. I am excited for the T-Rex, spoilers from the first movie, coming back in Jurassic World. She's going to be old. The old girl is back, Rexy.
What?
And I want to see her fight the Indominus Rex and win. That's what that's going to get my ticket. And there's I've been doing a little research, and there's a little bit of reasoning why she might stand a chance, but I'm not going to even tell you guys because I don't want to ruin anything. And the other thing that has me excited is the intelligent raptors. And from the trailer, you see them running with Chris Pratt, and he's like on a bike. And I want to see what's up with that. Like, what is going on?
Like
it looks like they're training them. Like just like they would. Yep, and that's the concept.
Personality or something like that. Analyst for the dinosaurs, and he learns how to basically get along with the raptors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
And it shows all this in the trailer, so there's not like anything here that's not a spoiler.
if you ask
Or
me
that's a
though,
spoiler,
dude,
but
not to cut you off, Paul, the scene in the trailer where he's on the dirt bike at nighttime and they release the raptors, I think that's a scene where they're going after the Indominus Rex. Like he's using
Right.
raptors to attack.
I don't like the fact that he's training dinosaurs. That brings a whole cheese level to it that I don't know. They might have done a really good job of it, and I might be able to look past it. But like just the idea of it, like in the first one, the whole idea was that these dinosaurs could not be tamed. They found a way to evolve, even though they were modified not to. And you know, the raptors were the baddest ones out there. Like, yeah, they were afraid of the T-Rex, but who did the most damage? The T-Rex or the freaking raptors? You know what I mean? And then in this one, now all of a sudden he's able to talk to them and he trains them.
They're not the same raptors, dude. They're genetically modified. This is like 20 years later, so they made them even more intelligent.
I don't like that at all.
Yeah, like they can tweak everything that they want to do with them. The cool thing, like too, not to keep going back to the book, but they genetically modified. They talk about this is that the way that they figured out how to keep the dinosaurs on the island, and they made them what is it, lysine something dependent. They put something in their food, so if they don't get it,
you need a protein.
Yeah, if they go, if they go off the island and they can't eat it, then they die. Mm-hmm. So it's
but I
cool.
think they adapted to that though. Like,
when they started spawning, like when they started breeding themselves, like the second generation was needed it less and less.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, but from a standpoint of like, I just looked up the director. His name is Colin Trevorrow. He's got nothing on his plate as far as any kind of movie out there. So he's almost like he's got a TV movie and a documentary. So he's almost like this is his first big hit. So somebody threw Jurassic World on his plate and he's got no track record.
Yeah.
Which makes me kind of nervous.
Yeah, but the trailer looks good. It's got Vincent D'Onofrio's going to be in it. That's exciting. He's awesome. Chris Pratt is good. You know, obviously he's coming off the big thing from Guardians of the Galaxy last year.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't blow me away with any of his work. I've seen some of his smaller roles, which is pretty much everything before Guardians of the Galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of put him on the map. But we'll see how it turns out. I mean, I'm hoping good things because isn't he the one who's slated to be the new Indy?
He is.
Yes.
So I hope I can see what he does here.
Yeah. As far as me, I'm very much on the fence with like the movie. I'm not like overly excited about it. I'm probably gonna see it, but not guaranteed. Like, but most likely I will.
To the theaters. I'll probably go to IMAX to see this one. I'll probably make the drive out to IMAX.
And Chris Pratt.
I'll see it in theaters.
And Chris Pratt, Paul, like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't think he's bad, but I'm not fully sold on him. Like, I don't.
Yeah, that's my feeling.
He doesn't have like that it factor yet. Like, to me, I don't see it. He's okay. He was cool in Guardians of the Galaxy, but I don't think he's a megastar potential.
No, Guardians of the Galaxy was good not because of Chris Pratt. It was good because of the writing and just, you know, he didn't do anything that made him stand out over anyone else. You know,
I just looked up actually though. It has hope because, it does have hope because of the concept in general, but I looked up the screenwriter and his name's Rick Jaffa and he wrote he wrote the new Dawn of the Planet of the Apes and Rise of the Planet of the Apes screenplays.
Which I haven't watched either of them, which is stupid of me. I don't know why I haven't yet because I've heard nothing
good writing.
Good things about him.
Yeah, and he's writing Avatar 2 and 3 right now, and he wrote The Relic.
Mm-hmm. Relic was okay. You know, yeah, I saw that back in the day. It came out like in '95.
Avatar was so good.
It was with Tom Sizemore. They were like in a museum. Tom Sizemore. There was like some mutation going on. Some creature called I forgot. It would like rip your head off and eat your head or something. It was okay.
Yeah, it is. Yep. No, but Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. They get and Rise of the Planet of the Apes. He just recently wrote those, so he took on the writing for this. So I think I'm not happy with the director because he's got nothing underneath his plate, and you're going after a Spielberg movie, and then you got this guy.
Everybody's got to get their start somewhere.
I'm gonna go on record and I'm gonna say that Jurassic World may do okay just based on the name, but I think the movie's going to be very mediocre. That's my prediction. I don't think it's going to be special at all. What do you think? What do you think, guys?
I'm right with you.
I think it can go either way, but yeah, I think it's going to be something to watch. It's kind of like with the Fast and the Furious movies. You know, they just get cheesier and cheesier as the movies go on. The plot line gets thinner and thinner, but they just add more explosions, and you're like, all right, I can live with this. You know,
yeah, it will make money though.
It's definitely going to make money, and I think that I won't regret spending my money going to see it, but I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to feel other than that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm just not excited about it, like, to go spend a ticket, but I probably will. You know what I mean? Like Mad Max Fury Road, I was, without a doubt, I was, like, amped to go see that. And Avengers 2, I was hyped up. That was, like, instantly, I was like, yeah, I'm going to get a ticket.
Yeah.
This one, I'm kind of like, if I'm bored.
I have to go see both of those movies.
I would say check out Fury Road first.
That's what Brian was saying to me. So, I think you were saying it too, because I sent something out in our text. But one more thing about Jurassic World, they brought back Dr. Wu. I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
I thought he
that
was
dude
great
doesn't
in the
age,
first one.
man.
And I feel like he should have had more airtime in the first one. He was like the genius behind everything, you know what I mean? But
he's really big in the book.
Mm-hmm.
He's a really big character.
He is.
Doesn't he die in the book?
I didn't get to the end. I didn't get to the end, man. Don't mess it up. I didn't fully finish it.
I haven't read it in a long time.
Well, they brought him back for Jurassic World. I have a feeling he's probably not dead.
I still got like 4 hours left.
My bad.
Better get the job, son.
I'll finish it by Wednesday.
All right, guys. What do you think? All
right, so I'm excited, but I'm right there with you. It's hit or miss. It's going to be fun to see Jurassic World, but it's not going to be a monumental movie. As far as it's not going to be in my top 5 movies like Jurassic Park is.
They had
When's it coming out?
Mm-hmm.
2 weeks, I think.
Yeah.
June 12th.
What they had to do, man, and this may be a surprise, they should have Jeff Goldblum make a cameo or have a role in the movie, have Sam Neill come back. Just even if they don't have big roles, like just have him as like advisor.
Hanging out.
That there's a secret cameo that none of us know about.
Mm-hmm.
Having him like hang out in the park.
Yeah.
You know? Like just like coming to visit the park
or advisors and stuff, something.
Yeah.
Like they just get a phone call saying like, we're opening today. All right. And then that's it.
All right, guys.
I think that's a wrap on episode 32, right?
I think so.
All right, so hit us up on Facebook if you guys are excited to see this movie. And if you haven't seen the first Jurassic Park movie, please stop listening to us. And email us at Newbreed Film Reviews 2014 at gmail.com. Paulie, did anybody hit you up for Twitter? Did anybody hit you up?
We have a few followers. Nobody's hit me up. Nobody's.
I want them. Did you listen to the Quentin Tarantino one? I sicked them on you, but I guess nobody got you on Twitter. Okay.
No, not that I'm aware of.
All right. And then we also
I started listening to that one, but
we're on iTunes and we're also on Podomatic. So we'll close out our episode and we'll pick up the next one. We're going to be talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. All right. So we'll catch you guys on the next one.
Later.